Hello and welcome to our webinar. Today, in the third part of our webinar series, we talk about content and commerce in Shopware 6. Tim Romarczyk, Key Account Manager at Shopware, is sitting next to me and is ready to show you our feature Shopping Experiences. In case of any questions, please feel free to use our Q&A tool of Zoom at the end of the webinar. We will try to answer as many questions as possible. If you are wondering who's speaking right now, my name is Max and I'm also Key Account Manager at Shopware. That's it so far. Tim, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Max. Yes, you already introduced me. I'm Tim from Shopware, and I think we can go right to the topic. Today we are talking about the Shopware CMS, shopping experience, and about the promotion tool. I think we'll start with the CMS tool. So this is our live demo, and as you can see, we have a lot of big pictures, good content, and you see here text. This is these are the latest ice cream trends. So it's kind of a block. We're looking into this later. Then you have a recipe and summer trends. So you see pictures over pictures, and at the end, let me scroll down, there are also a few products. So this is our start page, and if we look at some other sites, these are the ice cream trends. So this is kind of a block and a lot of content. If the weather would be better, I think we would all like to enjoy an ice cream with these nice pictures. So popsicles, you have a recipe for that. And also linked in the ice machine. This is the topic, and the whole idea of the shopping experience is to merge content and commerce and bring it even more together so that it seamlessly integrates. Yes, and there's a product at the bottom. So what can we look next? Cooking pleasure and Provence is also a site. This is category listing, and you have yeah, products listed here. And we could also look at mountain air and adventure. This is also a category page, but with a different style. So you have a larger picture at the top, and you have all the products here. So let's look in the backend and see how this is built. So we start with content and shopping experiences. Here you find all the sites. You can sort it by creation date, modification date, and you could have a listing layout if you want this. And on the left, you have the filters. At the moment, we see all types of layouts, and you can see just shop pages. They're good for legal notices or about us sites. You can see all the landing pages. So if it's about a specific topic, good for marketing. You have the category pages, 3 different types. We look into this later. And later on, it will also be possible to design product pages, but with the early access, this is not possible at the moment. This will come later this year. So let's look into the home screen we have seen before. Yes. What do we see here? We see the same view like we've seen on the front, and with this you can look at this in the different devices. It's not necessary to build it for every device because it's these are blocks, line based, so you just can pair drag and drop and put the blocks in, and the blocks itself knows when they have to restructure based on the device. So this is the mobile, the tablet view, and the view for the desktop. We also have a compact mode. Here you can see all the adjustings you can make, all the pictures, and you can see the whole text. So this is interesting if you want to translate something or want to make quick changes on the settings. So let's see what we can do. We can add blocks here on the right. Just click on the plus button and you can add text blocks, blocks with images, text and images, and commerce like product sliders or products. So if we want to put a text block over there, we just click, drag and drop, and now we have it over here. So if we want to look into the options, what can we change at the blocks? When I click on the block, I see on the right the block settings. I can give this block a name. This is interesting if I want to use the navigator. This is where I can see all the blocks, and I can duplicate it with one click or delete it. So we can say what is the sizing mode. You want to have it on full size or boxed content. You can change this. You can change the background color with a hexadecimal code, or you can just pick it with this tool. You can change the background images, and of course, say should the image in cover mode or on central mode, or how you want the image to behave. On layout settings, you can add margins or borders in percentage. So we can see this here. Okay, this is the setting for the whole block. But then if I want to go into the elements, I can click here on the gear button. And now I have the picture. And let us just change the picture quickly. With this X, it is deleted. And I can then say, okay, open media, and I change a different picture, maybe this one, add media. And you can also see in the background, it's already changed. This is the display mode, cover, standard, or stretch, whatever you want the picture to behave. You can give it the minimum height, and yes, you can also add a link. So if you want to link it to an internal or external site, and you can say it should open in a new tab. So we have the same or equal options with text. You can either edit the text here. You have the same tool, or you can go into the settings, and then you can say if you want it bold or whatever, and can add your text. So yes, this is what we see. Let us have a look at the other pages, maybe category pages. So we have 3 category pages built in the demo shop. So let's look at the first one. The first one is one big picture on the top, and then here's a text felt and product listing. So what you can see is here, this picture, if we look at the gear, it is mapped to category media. So it means if you have in your category also media added, we can look at this. Let's make a quick reroute to categories, and let's look at one category like cooking, pleasure, and Provence. So you see there's a picture and there's a description, and if we just have this filled in, then in our media, in the shopping experience, you will see this. So this will automatically get the picture from your category, and here's the text, and it's also mapped to category description. So yes, And now you have all the pictures. So if we look at the other category pages, we have a full-size banner, which is without the text description. And the third one is default category load, so the text is on the right side. It's important that you can build your own category layouts and can define them to the categories. So if we go into the category again, you can see at cooking pleasure, we have chosen default category layout, and you can change the layout easily. So, okay, this is all about shopping experience for now. Let's have a look at the promotion tool. In the promotion tool, we found this here at marketing promotions. So we see there are no promotions at the moment. Let's add some promotion. So first we have to name it. Let's give it a 10% discount. If the value is higher than 50 euro. Okay, we make it active, and you can choose which sales channels you want to which are on which sales channels you're getting this promotion. So maybe you just want this on Instagram or Facebook. For the moment, we use the main shop. You can say from 1 until 1 it's valid. You can say, okay, how many possible redemptions do you want? Let's say we have 200, and a customer can only redeem one. Yes, and you can also say you don't want it to combine it with another promotion, but this is the first one, so this is not necessary. If you want, you can also add promotions codes, but for this one, I think we can do this without a promotion code. Okay, I have to click Save, and then I can go into preconditions. This means I can define for whom this is valid. At first, it's target group. So I can say, okay, which customer groups are benefiting from this promotion. You can also add new rules. What customer you want to get the promotion. So this is no problem with the rule builder. We talked about the rule builder in the last webinar. So if you have more questions or want more info, just look into this. For this, we can say, okay, what are the shopping cart properties to get the promotion? So we just have to say, okay, it's just above 50 euros of value. So let's create a new rule for this. So the rule name is 50 euro or above. And I have to give it a priority. A higher priority means it's more important. So if you have different rules, the one with the higher priority is the one that's chosen. But for the moment, we just choose one. Description, if you have many rules, I think it would be nice to have a good description, but for the moment, we can skip this. So search conditions, at the moment, we can just say, okay, the card amount is greater than 50 euros. So that's very easy. And now we have this. And the last thing is, let's talk about the discount. So here we can add the discount, and it's applied to the card, and it's a percentage and 10%. You could also make an absolute discount, but for this 10% is the right one. So when we go back to the overview, we see 10% discount with a value higher than 50 euros, and it's true. Let's give it a try. And Yes, okay, ice cream would be a little bit expensive. Let's look for cooking pleasures. Ah, very good, salmon. So add it to shopping cart. At the moment, we are below 50 euros. So let's add this. If we take three ones, we have 68 euros. So we are above this. And you see there's the discount of 10%. So it is working. Okay, very good. I think that's all for promotions and our content tool at the moment. And with this, I can go back to Max.
Thank you, Tim. As I said at the beginning of the webinar, we are able to answer a few questions. And Tim, if you could quickly switch back to the presentation so that you also can see our contact details in the next slide. So as I said, we are able to answer a few questions. If there are more questions from your side, just send us an email or call us. So I would start with the first question. Can developers create their own blogs that could fit in our shopping experiences?
Yes, Max, it's possible to create own blocks, and you can just put in by drag and drop over. So this is maybe interesting if you say, okay, I want to have like a configuration tool or something specific made. Normally you build this and you build this into your storefront. Now you just build your own blog and you can just put it everywhere you want. And you build it once and can use it every time. So this is a useful feature that could be used. And we're hoping for many different blocks also on the shop.
Okay, thank you. So another question, is it possible to make a promotion rule and only make it work for specific category or specific item?
Yes, of course, you can set the range for categories, specific items, or specific customers. So this is very easy to define. You could also go on shopware.com and get your own demo. Very easy. Just I think it's we can show it later. So it's easy to find, and then you can play a little with the promotion tool, and then you'll see it's very easy to configure.
Yeah, as Tim said, you can just go to shopware.com and under products, there you can find Shopware 6. And the first thing you would see is create your own demo shop. So it's very, very easy to access. Um, I would say the last question for now would be, where can I see which blocks are currently in development? Because Shopware 6 is at the moment in an early access status, and maybe Tim can tell us more about it.
Yes, of course. So at the moment, what you see is the content from the early access version, like Max mentioned, and this means it's just on the community edition based. Later on, we will add more blocks and possibilities for the professional version. And for the enterprise, we have some cool features. There will be version control and rollback features. So you can change back if you change something and are not happy with that. And you have a role and rights management. So you have the possibility to say, okay, some people are allowed to create content and other people are just allowed to publish it. So that would be very interesting. And you can always find our progress on the Shopware roadmap, which is on our website. So there you can always see what we are currently working on.
Okay, so thank you everybody that was watching this webinar. So as Tim said, check out our website for your own demo for the progress of the platform under roadmap, and also have a look at our website for the, I think it's the knowledge section. There you can find the following webinars. So there are 2 webinars still coming for this series about Shopware 6, about the overview. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and we hope to see you in the next webinar. Bye.